Okay, well, I had to hop back on because I got the VAR template to work, so I was excited about that. I'm not sure if the volume is too loud or not, so I'm gonna pull it down a little bit and we'll hop over here. So I got all of my VAR templates to work except that old one right there. But all the others over here now work. I'm not sure exactly what it was, the styling that I had to fix, but whatever it was, I got it fixed and I'm good to go now. Let's see here. All right. So this first one is Ashley Home, and it's just saying that if the person that is me either has this state or home, then mark them as home. Anything else, mark them as away. And one of those reasons is because my husband works where we live. So I have this in kind of as one of his work locations. But I needed to mark us home when we're home. Um, let's see here. Now I just have the exact same thing set up for him. What's this one? This is the alarm status. I think this is like a tester one that I was going through. And then this is the actual like logic that I was trying to get to. So home status is gonna say that if var Tony is home, which is set from here, var Tony home, and my var is home, then everyone's home. If Tony is home and I'm not home, then he's home. If Tony is away and I am home, I'm home. Um, if we're both marked away, then the house is in away mode. And anything else, I just want an error to come back. Anything else, I haven't really authorized. And so from here, we should be able to build out our alarm status. And once again, once I have something working, I just copy and paste it and then edit what needs to be edited. Or do I want this to be security? Can I spell security correctly? Let's hope. So in this situation, my var is going to be home status. And if my home status is all home, or if my home status is Tony home, I wonder how many of these ors I can fit in here. About this break-in. Or if my home status is Ashley home, then let's see the status is that. So, and this is where I saw that the logic was working. And so let's say I just ran to the store not too long ago. So it had me marked as away. Then when I came home, it switched to home. And that all kind of happened, well, happened automatically. Um, and then here, Tony was the only one home while I was at the store, and and then it clicked me back in. So then everyone was home. Let's see if those timers match up. I want to see how accurate it got. See, 34 to 53. And then over here, 34 to 53. So exactly on point there. And then he's been home for like all this time. So that doesn't change at all. And this right here is just off of an input boolean that's not really connected to anything useful. So it just is what it is. Now let's see, what did I want to grab? I wanted to see what my input selects were. My input select options. On, oh, that's my input boolean. Yeah. So I did armed, away, and armed. All right, I gotta go fix that. I don't know why I didn't just come right over here. So everyone is home. Let's just go armed. And then we'll come here and go home. Status equals away. Then that turns into away. Or here. Let's see. And then anything else is unarmed. And then here, what I want to be tracking is home status. And then the actual one that I'm on. God damn it, I really hate this. And now we're just restarting Home Assistant and checking everything out. Fingers crossed. So once again, just for anyone wondering why I would take my time out to go live on setting up my whole configuration, it's just 10 times easier for me to go live than to try to edit a video. It just is. All right. So right here, we're getting security status unknown. Let's hope. Now, this is just a situation where it's taking a second to update. Sometimes that happens. If not, then or let's see, let's control Z this and make sure everything is spaced out correctly before I go and start removing stuff and kind of backtracking. Because if that's not the case, then I'm going to get rid of this last or. And I might add, hmm, I might create a one that just says, is someone home? Okay. So let's get rid of this last or here. See if that kind of fixes the setup. And if it does, then we'll create one that just asks if someone is home. And for me, it's worth it to make all of these different variable entities because I'm going to use these in other things. So on if Tony is home, I may use that um on an actual card to flash a status or something like that, or to send him a notification. Excuse me, I'm yawning. To send him a notification when he gets home to like charge his phone or something. And because our home status could be two different things, I needed to kind of put it all in one, which is what this does. Like if we didn't have two different possibilities for our home status, then I would just use person.tony equals home. Or I would just use person.tony as his to determine his status. But because two different things could be that status and they both be valid as home, then I went ahead and just made it so that this one Tony home would have all that information and I could just work off of this one entity instead of, oh, well, this status switched from home to Lakeshore Villas. Like, I don't want to go through all that. Let's see if this worked. Hmm. We're still sitting at unknown. Why would you do this to me? Okay, let's keep backtracking to see if we can hone in on what's going on. Once again, it's like the moment that the camera stopped, I was able to get it working. And now the moment that I have the camera going again, they're like, nope, too bad. Let's see. Still sitting in the unknown. So I'm gonna try this again. I know Tony Home works. So I'm going to copy it, paste it, change the name. With this, I should get the exact same readout as Tony Home because nothing here has changed except the name. Configurations valid. Let's go. So on one of my other lives, someone asked about having like a double monitor or something. I'm doing all this off my laptop. So maybe at some point, but for right now, we move around too much. Okay, so it has to be sitting here at unknown because it's new or initial and potentially taking a second to fill in or gather all the information that I need. I think I'm gonna go play around a little bit with the UI here. Well, can I really? Okay, so that just filled in from unknown. Boom, there we go. So yeah, it looks like it may take a second to fill in some of the gaps when you restart it. You probably gotta wait till Home Assistant fully restarts. And let's come in here and make some edits to see if we can get where we want it to be. So if hmm, var Tony Home equals home or var Ashley Home equals, is this an uppercase or a lowercase? Here, uppercase. And let's go check on that. Once again, when I do this, there's so many restarts. There are so many restarts, and I wish that they weren't, and I wish I could figure out how to reload that without it. That template entities, is that pretty much what I'm building here? Instead of using var, I could just be using template entities. Okay, let's wait until it says that everything's in before I freak out about having no info. Okay, Home Assistant has started and I still don't have my info. Why are you breaking my heart? Everything else is quick then? Why are you specifically trying to break my heart? If our tiny home equals home, or our Ashley home equals home. Anything else, be away. Why won't you do what I told you to do? Try to be nice to you. Just always walk it back. So I took the or side out, and I just want to see if I can get a home or an away status. Because that unknown is going to drive me nuts. And I'm not going to touch anything, and I'm going to politely just try to wait until I get my all clear symbol. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Any hope in me? Still unknown. What the heck? I mean, it can't be a situation where it doesn't like my friendly name because I have home status as a friendly name on a bunch of stuff. Hmm. Everything signed up correctly. Let's take some of these tracked entities away. The last thing is always an else, and it ends in an if end or end if. If states, comma, thingy, just simply. It looks good. It looks right. And once again, what bothers me is that like this can at times like not be collecting any data and then poof out of nowhere it comes through. And if that's what's going on, I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed. I'm gonna be more than a little bit annoyed. Let's see. Looks like I may have to move on or build another template. And I'm very unhappy about that. Okay, so this one works. This one is a pure disappointment. And I think I got this one to work too. Let's see. So over here, let's go input, boolean alarm status, and there we go. It goes from home to away, which is great because it means it works. I just had to give you guys an example of something actually working um with this, so you didn't think I was playing when I said that I got it to work. I got it to work for a little bit, but I'm not gonna drive myself crazy with that tonight. So I can start looking at what else I kind of want. I really, really want to, I want to say test my luck, but I guess I really mean push my luck with um kind of reusable items. So, like having this be templated, and I can't remember where I saw it. And I also think that I need to make another dashboard. Or is it a dashboard or is it a blue? I don't know. You guys are gonna have to tell me what a blueprint is. Let's discover more blueprints. Blueprints are reusable automations that can easily be shared. Track people in zones. Hmm. Okay, that's cool. Low battery detection. My apartment is not decked out with a whole bunch of home automation tech just yet. The crazy thing about my husband and I moving is we moved from Louisiana to New York and we just sold everything except our two cars and what could fit in our two cars. Mm. And I'm just taking a look now. All right. So I think what I might be ready to do it started on like another page. What page do I want to start on next? Let's see if we want to start a weather page. It'll kind of give me a chance to go from scratch here, clear my head, work on something else. So we're gonna come to views, new, and to keep everything in order, I like to put numbers next to the name, and that's gonna keep all my pages coming the way that I want them to. And of course, like everything else I do, we're copying one section and pasting it over from here. And they're both called home because it was literally just a copy and paste. But we can call that weather. And I really do want that whole first section. Well, I really want everything that I have on the page so far. Which kind of sucks because I'm not finished outlining everything, and that is one of the reasons why I do like to finish what I have going on one page first, so I get my tap actions and all that on. Because right now I am really just copying and pasting from one page over to the next everything. Because I have not taught myself how to do that level of templating yet, where things just flip from one page to the next. I want to take a look at it now, but I also know I spent a lot of time playing around today. But this is like probably the one thing that I don't need on here. You know, I can't let it go. It's broken for real. Dang, that sucks. I'm trying really, really hard to just walk away from it. Just excuse me while I can't let this go. I've kind of seen some of my stuff over the year that I've been posting. Um, you'll see that I'll be like 2 or 3 days asking questions in groups and fighting to figure something out. And I know at one point I had somebody and they were like, "Oh, I would have thought that you would have given this up by now." It's like I wish I could have, but step on over here where people are obsessive, and I'll go to sleep thinking about this and wake up tomorrow with my feelings hurt and feeling really personal that I couldn't get it figured out. Yes, yes. Okay, so I got it to say hello. So if Bar20 equals home, just say hello. So, or just gonna copy this. I don't know why, but once I get something or I'm trying to get something, um, I start typing and like moving around the screen as if I'm clearing out a bomb or something. Like, be gentle, be nice and gentle. If anyone, for the love of God, could tell me how to get rid of this, you. Okay, I like that. I want that. This breadcrumbs. Okay, that is one of the most annoying things. Um, Getting a win in Home Assistant after you have been thoroughly annoyed all day. Like, I don't consistently smoke cigarettes, or I don't smoke cigarettes at all. My husband does. But he's like, after a long day at work and you smoke a cigarette, it's just like, yeah, that's the best thing ever. Like, getting a win in Home Assistant, I guess is what that feels like. I don't get wins often, so fingers crossed that I did not break it. Keep starting this Logitech Harmony Hub. I can't even connect to my Logitech Harmony Hub. It won't do it for me. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yes. Ha ha ha. So once again, I have no clue what I did this time. That was so different than what I had before, but it worked. And boom. Is someone home? Yes. If not, no. So what else is cool here is, like, let's say my someone home clicks from yes to no, like me and my husband leave in the morning, I think I want Home Assistant to send me a notification um to ask where is Cam. So Cam is my son. I think that notification would ask like, is Cam with you? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be on the microphone, but I'm tired. But for that notification, I ask like, is Cam with you, or is he with his dad, or like at daycare or something? Because those are like the only three options. I don't know anybody in New York, so no one in New York's gonna have my child. Um, so there we go. Yes, you guys have no clue how happy that just made me. All right, so in this next section, you see I've just completely forgotten about the weather. Um, this one's gonna be alarm status. Friendly name, alarm status. And what we're looking for here is armed, unarmed, away, and then error. That one we don't need. Okay, so if var someone home is yes, hmm, let's just look up common alarm statuses. Mm-mm-mm. Ready, armed, and then system is probably like error. I like the look of that. Let's see what this looks like. I can totally steal that. I think I might steal that. Get that circle sensor card. Yeah, that could be cool. So disarmed and ready. What were my other options there? Ready, armed, and then system. That seems simple enough. And I guess error and system would be the same thing. So for me, I think I want it to be error. Ready, armed, error. Reasonable. And if you haven't kind of caught on yet, so over here you create this someone home, and I know it's gonna have a var in front of it, just like my sensor.yaml file. Everything I build in here has sensor in front of it, and here's just some of my usually my time templates and stuff like that to tell me what day of the week it is or the time in different formats. And just like my input select sensor gives me input select before these items, my var.yaml will automatically put var in front of these items. So before I even have to go over and look at it again, I know this as an entity is going to be called var dot someone underscore home. So here, var dot someone underscore home, and then I determine what the options can be here. So there are only two options for this. It's pretty much a boolean. So either someone's home or no one's home. And I don't want any other options than that. And then these are just the things that it's tracking. So here, my options are yes or no because the options I put here are yes or no. So if the state of someone's home is yes, then it's ready. If the state of someone's home is no, then we need to be armed. Anything else needs to be flagged. And we're going to be watching for someone home. And I don't think I need this one here. So let me get this working. And then if I get this working, we'll take it to the next step where we start adding the icons for it. And if you haven't caught on yet, when I'm doing this, I'm restarting my system 1,000 times. Let's see. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Boom. We are in ready status because we got people home. So I can now take this var alarm status, come into my home section, down to my menu bar. And I'm going to replace it in both places. Yeah, instead of home status, I do want this to say alarm. Delete that off. Save. Okay. Now that seems off center to me, but nonetheless. like here, we could just manually change this to green. I'm not sure about how many colors I want around here, um, in general. But yeah, everybody's home. The alarm is ready. This will get turned into a pop-up card. And then from that pop-up card, you'll be able to, well, I guess, see some of the history of the alarm. I guess if it all kind of works automatic, you don't really need to input anything. And I don't have a smart lock or anything like that that's gonna automatically open up my house if someone, kills me and steals my phone and comes to my house. Um, but yeah, that's awesome. Let's give a little test here on what I'm looking for. And of course, everything in my little setup is contingent on the correct view. So when the view is no longer correct, things get knocked off. Um, but let's go change my status to away. So it just changed over to Tony being home. And let's go change his status to away. And now we're armed and everything just changed over to being away. Um, so yeah, that all works. Now if I reboot my home assistant, will all my stuff go back? Probably not. Now, I haven't been in the home assistant app for a while because, well, I hadn't been on home assistant for a while. But let's see if I update. Yep, I just hit update location on the app and it immediately said, hey, we're ready and Ashley's back home, which is great. And then we'll just update him to home and everyone's home. All right. So we got that taken care of. I do I want to do this tonight? I thought I made this bold. I'm very sure I made that bold. I did, but I probably ended up backing out of it while touching something else. Here we go, font weight, bold. There we go. You'll start to like know your own designs. You'll know what you changed and what you didn't. So they'll probably tell you like, okay, well you probably messed up here or hit something here. Okay. let's see if we want to delve into this form of templating. Oh, that's long. That's long. So I'm looking at someone else's. I'm looking at someone else's GitHub, and this person's GitHub is just amazing. Um, so they've made it kind of look Apple-ish, and what I really like is like the different ways that stuff moves around, and the responsiveness is awesome. Um, it's probably not achievable this way with my setup, and they've done like the custom pop-up cards and all that other stuff that I like to do too. So it looks like they started off using the Picture Elements card, kind of the same card that I use, and switched over to using the custom layout card. But here's someone else who's put a lot of time and effort into how they want to display their work inside their house. They want a super professional, super custom look, and I love it. So we use the templates and markdown card. I hate when this thing kind of just opens it up over what I'm looking at. So what I'm kind of interested in what he did was kind of format one card that he was able to put everywhere. And what I want to do is format one card containing like my time and date section and my menu down here that I can put everywhere. Um, Once again, I want to be able to go one place and make the edits there and it just cohesively flow through everything else that I have going on. Let's see. For the moment, we're just going to copy some of his flow here. So he's got button card templates, .yaml. I'm going to make one. I think I'm just going to make one called menu.yaml. And this was in his views. Oh, well, he doesn't have broken down views. So let's see. I guess I just need to put this on the root. So menu card.yaml. And once again, I don't know how this all goes or flows, but I have my basic menu card here. Let's copy that and paste that over. Here his says base. I actually don't have any variables on this because I do want it to be the exact same. Um, and some extra styles will come in the form of keyframes because I really love keyframes. Now let's see if I take a step back. And like this also will probably need to go yeah. Does it need to say button card template? Well, hey, this actually might be more of what I'm looking for. I may just need to add. So in this, I guess it's looking like everything is just one view all the way down. And for me, I do have multiple views and I want multiple views. Let's take it to the group. So, that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. That's still cool. What was wrong? If they haven't gotten very many responses back on this one. I guess button card templates is a thing because this is the second person with that there. And I don't necessarily. Oh, the number of views no files included from Lovelace, which was most of them based on button card. Yeah, most of my stuff is not based on a button card. Mm, yeah, so the question will include. I'm trying to include two files after each other in a view. Mm, okay. So this may be a situation where what I'm trying to do is not available. I pretty much want to be able to take this and have it saved in one file and then have that file included on every page. So it's not a button card. It will be like a menu card that I've created. And it's all custom and it's all based on pretty much picture entity and layering, where this base is just an image and that image just sits there. Um, and I just layer icons on top of it. And I just want that duplicated on whatever other page I want it on. And for some reason, Django HTML templates is giving me a feeling, the extends. So could I do that with this? Maybe. I guess I need to be in the right section. Let's go to the categories, Lovelace and front end. Don't ask me why I clicked on that. I just got distracted by highly customizable. Not sure why your second example isn't working. Well, yes, it does. Those doesn't seem consistent. This is the exact config. Start a bit. Mm. So if you kind of work with Django, which is where I know it works, um, they do this extend HTML, but I'm trying to find out if you can extend YAML. So I don't understand anything that I'm looking at right now, but I am just kind of, so I understand in a general sense because in Home Assistant with YAML, we use include to add a file. Would include work? So how do I put that any and everywhere else? And can I just drop include anywhere? No. So after media select, let's just grab all this and delete it. And come up here. Would that work? It shouldn't. And I'm just gonna check my configuration before it bombs on me, because it's gonna bomb on me. Boom. Okay. Nope. I was in sleep though. I feel like I've seen extend work on here before. Am I just tripping? I could just be tripping. Somebody said I have discovered the power of the button code. Like he caught a ring or something. That's so cute. Um, let's see. I'm turning over here. Um, like I have no clue what I wish was developed for the picture elements card, but like I wish it had more stuff. It's so customizable already, but like I wish that it didn't give me problems to like try to put a swipe card on, or it didn't give me problems to do so much other stuff. Um, because it really is the one part of my configuration that I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up. I need it. All right, let me take one quick second. Okay, let's see. So it does not look like I'm going to be able to get my menu card, like in one place where I can edit it and then it just go to every other place except, Let's take all of that off. Nope. Let's see what else my options are. Create customized sets of colors to control your home. Okay, well, let's see how this works. Oh man. So is this only UI control? Is this Can this be Lovelace controlled at all? See, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. I'm sorry, I cursed. Um, that's the stuff I'm talking about right here. I want that picture. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Realestates.weather.com. So I'm gonna end up kind of coming in here and taking a good bit of this information to create my own forecast. I get all of that, but what I'm not seeing is where this is coming into play. So this right here is just kind of like a very clear look at some of the stuff that I've created, like the input selects, the home statuses, and all that. All that's there. The variables that I've created are all just kind of listed here. Mm, that's cute. I'm never here. Okay. You can't grab them and move them. Okay, but you can move them up and down. This will never be how I have my dashboard. But it is interesting to see. Mm, speak too soon, I might. Well, let's see. Yeah, at this point, most of the stuff has no bearings on like what I was working on earlier. If you're sticking around, it is legitimately just to be here. Okay, and then everything else edits the way that I was editing before. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and see if it will let me do this. Okay, that's probably where things are problematic for me because I want this to be the whole darn thing. The whole darn thing. Okay, so can this one be switched to edit? I said to edit mode. To YAML? Let's see. I keep on wanting to hit blueprints and it's not a blueprint. Maybe in my configuration, maybe? Can you Lovelace edit another? I mean, can you YAML edit another dashboard? I feel like that's going to be really helpful, but for the moment, I think I just need to get into the documents. It's like past midnight here. Well, just past midnight, but nonetheless, I'm yawning. God, I hate that book. So how do I get back to it? Oh, okay. It's just a whole nother thing right there. Not what I wanted to do. Do you guys know if this if this can all kind of become editable in YAML, it's gonna tell me no. Um, Dashboards and views. And also add YAML dashboards. Okay, but other than that, what's this? What's this? What's this? Include external resources only and add when it's in YAML mode, otherwise manage resources. Okay, I'm in YAML mode, so I'm good on that. Fingers crossed that this does not crash my whole config, man. Load YAML title generated. Show sidebar. True. It says file name is hidden.yaml. Define your config. The lowest configuration for this panel. So let's see. Does that have to be titled as Lovelace generated? So views here, I think needs to be taken into here. This whole section, I guess, needs to be backed up. I know this is going long, but I'm not trying to accomplish anything at this point. I'm legitimately just playing around. Um, if I can figure this out, then I can potentially make a different dashboard for each room instead of having multiple views. I think I just want a different dashboard for each room. Hmm, I might need to like see some other people's dashboards so I can figure out if I'm even on the right track here. Oh man, that's awesome. How big is my browser? Well, shit. You know, the next time I make a background, it needs to be 1280 by 609. That's weird. Hmm, Excuse me. Looks like storage, dashboards. All of my dash files are in the config folder. could not get them to put them anywhere else. Let's see. I think my title like always be first. I'm just gonna do something crazy here and check my config, get my errors, and see if I can figure it out from there. Valid. I'm about to break my whole system. I'm nervous. I wonder if they just ignored everything else I just did. Yep, pretty much. I'm just playing around at this point. I think I'm done for the night. We'll come back in the morning, see if I want to continue with this or switch over to something else. I think I'll probably just switch back to how I had my configuration going before. But other than that, you guys have a good night, and I will see you another